was just hitting bottom, getting into all kinds of cover. So I made the switch to the DT6 crankbait, and man, I caught one just within a couple casts, and it made all the difference in the world. Is making sure you're cranking the right depth range. If the water's down a little bit, go to a shallower running crankbait and stay in the strike zone the entire time by matching the depth of the water. And when you come across a point like this, it's always important when you're cranking it. Go across it at different angles. You know, I'm throwing across it right here. I'm going to go out in front of it, throw back across it from the other side. I mean, sometimes fish want it from a different side. Usually if you've got wind blowing on it, they're going to be looking into the wind, waiting for fish, bait fish, and crawfish, any kind of forage to come in, and so they can feed on it looking into the wind. But you definitely want to try different angles when you throw across points like this.
When you fish a clear water lake, we're on Smith Mountain Lake here in Virginia right now. The clear water plays such a role. Usually on these clear water lakes, you have a lot of man-made riprap. And anytime I'm fishing rocks, the first crankbait I go to is always a crawdad colored. And one of the greatest crawdad colored crankbaits of all time is definitely the wiggle wart. The wiggle wart is such a classic crankbait. It hunts and searches, and it's so erratic, just like a crawfish coming through the water. And it just looks natural, and bass can't resist it. One of the other great crawdad colored baits is the Rapala DT series. The DT4 and DT6 are great crankbaits. You know, they dive quickly to what level you want, and they stay there. If I want to hit 6 feet, I go to the DT6. If I'm cranking extremely shallow riprap, I can go to the DT4. They come in great crawfish colors. You can't go wrong with them. If I find brush or laydowns or any kind of stumps or anything more that I feel like fingerling shad will be around, I'll go more of a shad color. That's usually my system that I use when I'm fishing rocks. I go to crawfish colors. When I'm fishing brush or laydowns or stumps, I choose a shad color. When you're looking for a shad color, anything natural shad. We have threadfin shad here in Smith Mountain, and you know, anything natural shad to mimic that works well. This is a Rapala shad wrap. It's one of the most popular baits here on Smith Mountain. And this, between this and the Spro Little John, these are two great baits. You can't ever go wrong with them when you're fishing around any type of wood structure.
Now, one of the best tips I can give you about crankbait fishing is have the right setup. When you're throwing these little crankbaits like this, I usually like to use lighter line, using 12-pound Seaguar fluorocarbon right now with a 7-foot medium rod. That medium tip rod will help give you some give, not rip these treble hooks out of the fish's mouth. This is just the Spro Little John. This is the shallowest diver. It dives 3 to 5 feet. Then a natural shad color. Natural colors always work good in clear water where you have high visibility. And it's a flat-sided bait, and that flat side on it will give it a lot of flash in the water. And this bank we're fishing, it's got a lot of shallow riprap on it, but out in front of it, it's got stumps and laydowns out in front, and it's perfect. Bass will get up on those stumps and just look for fingerling shad.